Hey, what's up, guys? Just so you know, respect trans kids, affirm trans rights, stand with Ukraine, Black Lives Matter. We stand with these causes. Spread in your community love, peace, and happiness. Black Lives Matter. Stand with Ukraine. Trans visibility is valid. Hey, you see that? That's our first international arrest in Canada. Oh, you see that? That's our arrest in our 42nd state in Delaware. YouTube's censoring channels like this left and right. If you want to keep this movement alive, consider joining locals in the pinned comment. You can see all of these uncensored, no filter, for only $7 a month. And you can keep this movement alive and spite big tech. Choice is yours. You can support the group that has an arrest in 42 different states in 2 countries. You can see catches like the fire lieutenant, which I can't post publicly until after his trial. You can see all Stinghouse content that I think is too spicy for here, plus much, much more. Contribute directly to getting these people off the streets. Keep yourself entertained, keep us going, join locals, pin comment. What's up, guys? Before this video starts, be sure to follow us on all platforms, including on Rumble, which you can find in the pinned comment. This platform has been giving a lot of people like us a lot of problems lately, and Rumble is a lot more receptive to free speech and whatnot. So be sure to follow us on Rumble. Any video on here you can also find on Rumble, and if you're looking for a video and can't find it on here, it'll be on our Rumble. So be sure to follow us on Rumble in the pinned comment. Like the video. What's up, guys? A lot of you guys may know about the Gordon Flowers hoodie. However, we also have a Fried Pickles hoodie, as you can see right here, and Gordon Flowers sweatshirts that you can get in many, many different colors. Show your support for the Gordon Flowers movement and the PP movement by getting one of these. I can tell you, they are very, very comfortable. Like, in all seriousness, they are, and I actually do wear them. So be sure to get one of these and enjoy the video. This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start. Hey, hello.
Yeah.
Is this a Roderick? How do you say it?
Roderick.
Yes. Okay, so I got a package for you here, and is it the...
Oh, you. Where are you at? Are you at the UPS?
No, I mean, I just parked in the Dollar General parking lot because I was about to give it to Creek and...
Yeah, don't do that. That's, yeah, I'm not there anymore. Where are you just waiting to deliver this package is what's happening?
Pretty much, yeah.
Which way are you heading back out of town when you go to leave?
I mean, like, if you wanted to come to the Dollar General, I can just give it to you there, but, like, or if there's an address, I don't know, I mean...
I'm all the way over on the other side of town at the airport. I was just thinking if you were heading this way anyways, I could meet you somewhere here, but if you're going that way, then I'll come over there.
Yeah, you know where, I mean, obviously you know where the Dollar General's at, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just the Dollar General.
Okay, I'll be there in like 5-10 minutes.
Alright, straight up. See you then, dude.
Alright, bye.
You Roderick?
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, you got some big old dogs.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Gordon.
I'm Roderick. So what is this all about? Texas. Dude, you're a long way from home.
We are.
You're in California?
Yeah. The good part, though, of California. It's the Texas part of California.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not the LA part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's going bad though.
Really? Even up here?
It's gonna get that way soon.
Jeez Louise.
We
Okay.
got problems in our state. It's just gonna pour everywhere.
Thing with new scum and shit like that.
Well, they're creating this homeless problem and they're blaming it on. It's just the board of supervisors in Sacramento. We're 3-something billion in debt, and the board of maybe even more. I might be underballing. And then the board of supervisors just approved themselves in Sacramento for a 36% raise.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah, and they're the ones that get to vote on it. You'd think it'd be like a different committee that votes on their raise, you know?
They care about raising the minimum wage for themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this package here, it ain't too much, but it is something, of course, you know, I understand you're pretty based. You know what that means? Pretty awake.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I kind of just want to talk to you about some stuff, man.
So what is this? Am I being served or?
No. It's kind of messages to Emily I kind of want to talk to you about, man. On Facebook. She's a little girl kind of here that was talking to you. Yeah. Just some, you know, it's not too much, but, you know, just kind of want to get it over with, just get it figured out. And, you know, obviously, there's a reason, I don't know who you live with, but there's a reason I didn't go to your house. You know what I mean?
I live there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Your dog's going to be okay?
Yeah, for right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, just kind of in there. Just, okay, I don't want them to overheat or anything. But, yeah, man, it's kind of, I think, you know, obviously it's up to you, but it's pretty important we kind of go over this because, you know, I don't want you to be on like any wrong path. You know what I mean? So I got 2 friends with me, and you know, I know you can handle yourself, but like, you know, we're not armed or anything. I don't know if you carry or anything like that.
No.
Okay. It's all for safety. We're not trying to put you on blast because if we were, we'd just tell everybody. None of us are packing either, but obviously, you know. I know here in California, you guys are like Texas here, so this part of California. So I just, our safety, you know what I mean? Sorry to beat you like this. My name is Gordon. Let's just make sure they don't hear. How about that? I think you working right now?
I do odd jobs here and there.
Okay. So trying to get on your feet.
Yep.
Okay.
How did you even get the address from?
Well, I'll tell you that. I mean, just white pages.
That's been like 6 years ago that I even lived there.
Okay. I pay like the $5. It just, I don't know, it just kind of pops up. But you don't have no family here right now?
My son and.
Oh, okay. Okay. How many kids do you have?
I just have the one.
Okay, cool. Good relationship?
Trying. It's been a whole lot of BS.
With the baby mama?
If you can call her that.
Oh, I know how that goes. Yeah, man, that's why I kind of just want to make sure this doesn't interfere with any of that crap. You know what I mean? Just get it taken care of, blah, 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 blah. Right? So, you don't want to move your car at all? It's good there, you think?
Yeah, let me pull it over.
Okay. Is it Jordan? Yeah. No, I can see on his face. I think he wants to talk. Plus, when I tell him, go to the car, it means I'm showing that I trust him, and he'll be more open. All right, you're getting too close to the curb. We don't want that to happen again. All right, so obviously you know what I'm here to talk to you about, right?
Yeah, I can assume, yeah.
Okay, so before we get into anything, like, you know, when did this...
Stop.
How old is Emily?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, how did she tell you?
She said she was younger, I guess.
Hey, man, like, we're not here to judge you for anything. Like, you know, if I was judging you in a bad way, you know, we wouldn't be here. We'd be kind of there in town square. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Like, how old did she tell you she was?
Early teens, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 12, 13?
Something there, yeah.
Okay. Well, she told you she was 11. I mean, do you want me to show you the message, or?
Oh, no, it's fine, dude.
Okay.
I talked to so many people on Facebook, or
Okay.
I was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got, my account is now disabled.
Okay. But you were, like, aware that she was probably too young?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, like as in under 18 young? Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you said? Okay. So, I mean...
So what is all this about? Who are you?
Oh, we're with a group called Kid Protectors USA. We just make sure kids don't talk to adults and, you know, like...
So, is this part of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just, like, you know, we don't... There's some people we don't talk to that I think are just so overboard with some stuff that we don't feel the need to talk to them. There's other people who I think are trying to get their together, and, you know, that this can be more of something we can chalk up to, like, hey man, it happened, won't happen again, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And that's kind of why I'm here with you. So, on Facebook you got banned. Why?
I think it's because of that right there.
Really?
Yeah.
This type of stuff?
Just that right there.
Just that right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it happened around this time, but I also just signed up for the Facebook data breach settlement, which is a big thing now, and the FBI and everything, so.
Okay. What do you think with Emily got you kicked off Facebook?
I don't know. Honestly, there was another little chick that was talking to me from Southern California and sending me all sorts of pictures, but I could tell they were like photoshopped.
Oh, how old was she claiming to be? Like too young too?
I think she was like 13, but she's been 13 for like 5 years. So,
okay.
And then her uncle and everybody flies her around constantly, I guess. And so my thing on Facebook is that all of a sudden I started getting a bunch of kids' profiles popping up.
Right.
And a lot of them are tied with Russia and Belarus and Bulgaria, and you know the what's it called? Belarus.
Ukraine.
No. Similar area though.
Eastern Europe, Slavic countries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you what, Facebook and the FBI and everybody else in the world is failing at what they're claiming they're trying to do.
That's what I'm thinking that happened here. Like, it's kind of...
It's not just here. There's whole groups that they're allowing to do. Honestly, and that even when I tried to report different stuff here and there, it would disappear. And they tell me, oh, you know, they must have taken it down or this and that. So
basically the algorithm was feeding you a bunch of
it's doing it to more people than just me too.
Oh, absolutely. No, I know.
So it's there's some serious going on in the world. Really big stuff too. It's gnarly.
I don't think it's too gnarly, but
it's very gnarly.
Very gnarly. Is it gnarly? It's a California thing. Is that a good or bad thing, gnarly?
Like, you go deep underground so nobody can hear the screams, kind of gnarly stuff.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I know you're not like that, so that's why I'm kind of wondering, like, you know, just make sure that that's, you know what I mean?
That was just a stupid thing. The other people that I talked to on there, though, honestly, is kind of fishing for information a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
But you only get so far. Like I said, there's somebody watching their backs on a big level, because when you report something, and even before the algorithm says, oh yeah, well, we checked it out, and it's already gone. Got
it. So obviously, so did you think you got kicked because you sent this pee-pee pic to Emily?
Probably.
Okay. So how many, did you send multiple?
It was the other chick that was freaking talking with me.
Oh, did you send one to her too?
No.
No.
No, she was sending me pictures.
Oh gosh.
But she, and talking about what happens in her life in San Diego. And they just now started getting on some of those guys down there about stuff like that, so.
So that chick who's been 13 for however many years.
They have a Facebook page right now that has 16, 17-year-old girls. Some of them are probably younger,
mm-hmm.
and they're blatantly advertising like sex work stuff. Blatantly.
What? Is that a group or something? Or
$150 on Telegram? Yeah, it's a group. It's something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
And that was partially fishing for information and just stupidity, honestly.
You just got a little bit carried away sending Emily.
Well, I was baiting I was suspicious about her to begin with, and I didn't know which side went where.
Okay.
Some of the people that are pretending to watch out for things are actually the ones that are trying to recruit.
Right.
So I don't know anymore, dude.
Okay. So this is the only time you sent Emily a picture. This was it. Wait, did you do this, or did you say yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, you also said I don't want to send it unless you want it. So she said I want to see it. So it's not like you forced it onto her.
No.
Okay. Was it because of her age? She didn't want to be forceful with that stuff?
I just don't do that with anybody.
Okay.
I don't believe in force.
That's fair. We'll kind of look at Obi-Wan Kenobi. Maybe you believe in the Force a little bit.
Right. No,
Yeah.
Not that kind.
Gotcha. So, let's cut through the BS with Emily. I'm not saying you're BSing, but, let's cut through all this crap. Was she kind of guided on how to stuff like that?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay.
She freaking actually video called me and talked to me for a bit.
Okay. After that, that's kind of when it got.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't think you're out there fishing for, Emily's out there, but I think this is more of a one-time thing where you just got a little bit carried away because the first thing on the video call you said was, "Oh, thank God you're real." So I think that's what it was.
We have people that'll do all sorts of stuff now to try to get money or.
Yeah. Did she ask you for money?
No.
Okay. So this is probably the only real person, or at least the only real person you thought you talked to, out of all the others.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's some others that are real, basically, but the information around them, the situation around them, isn't real.
Right. So that that purported 13-year-old in San Diego, I mean, because look.
Her uncle, supposedly her mother's from the UK. She lives with her uncle here in the States.
Okay.
And he has multiple single-engine Cessnas that he flies across the borders constantly, Mexico and Canada. Knows all the little secret lakes to land on in Canada and such like that. And so from what I could gather of it, is there's probably more to her story than what she was willing to tell anybody.
So it seems like her uncle makes an honest living. Yeah, right. Okay, so do you think she's that girl?
Probably.
Jesus Christ, okay.
I see a lot of it online, dude. You can just look at their faces and tell sometimes.
Like just sadness or something, or?
It's a shadow. It's a certain kind of shadow that sits on people.
Gosh, okay. Yeah, and I think you could probably help kind of identify that stuff. Was this 13-year-old, I mean, was whoever behind that account sending you nudes and all that crap?
She sent me a bunch, but like I said, the head is like Photoshop stuff, so I didn't know if she was like dating or...
If those were actually her nudes or not?
Honestly, I didn't care. It was just getting to know somebody better,
Sure.
You can't get a whole story unless you kind of fish a little.
Okay. So was she asked to send those nude pictures, or did she kind of send it on her own?
When I first started talking to her, I just asked her about pictures here and there. And then I'd look at her posts, and there's something about Lake Arrowhead, and...
That's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Southern California. And then constantly flying in, being in San Diego, doing like a street performing guitar thing. And then she started talking about how some of the dudes that come and buy her CDs, there's more than just the CDs that goes on.
Oh, God.
You guys know what you're getting yourselves into, right? Like everybody that's done this nowadays, that's why Epstein's client list was kept quiet.
Absolutely. So, I mean, these teen Facebook groups, oh my gosh, how many have you seen?
More than I know about.
No, I know more than you know, but how many
over the last 5 years?
Yeah.
3 years?
Yeah.
Dozens
of teen Facebook groups.
Stuff like that, and they all hide in that stuff.
Oh my God, man.
So.
Golly, and you mentioned, like, did you ever get added to like these group DMs on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I joined some of them. Oh, not the DMs. You mean like the group messages?
Group messages, yes.
No, I usually left those pretty quick because they get really gnarly.
Gnarly as in like younger lady, younger girls too young. Okay, like nude stuff. And
so one of the first things I ever ran into, I was a part of this group. It's like a foreigners group, and there's some of the would you call them, like Middle Eastern Sanskrit type, and one of the videos they posted right on the group was two and a man, and that group got shut down pretty fast then, thankfully. But then you see other things like people pop across your suggested friends and stuff, and like I said, when you report it, nothing happens.
Oh my God. So
they keep track of that stuff too. It's not like secret reporting anymore. It's that algorithm keeps track of things that even the people that work at Facebook don't understand.
Yeah, the AI kind of makes a mind of its own in a way.
You guys probably seen it. You talk about things or you think about things, and all of a sudden there they are.
No, yeah. Jesus Christ. So did you report that video? Like, what was happening? Was it like a video of the two and the adult? Yeah. How old do you think those boys were? That's nuts, man.
Under 10, I imagine.
Oh my God. So how many of those videos of people like shoved in your face? That's insane.
That is honestly quite a bit over the years.
Like, is it all boy stuff or little girls too?
It's
like
a mixture, just weird, different, random shit, dude.
How young do these videos go? I mean, don't tell me infants. Some of the infants?
Oh yeah, there'll be some of those, I imagine. I've seen stuff like that pop up on those. Yeah, dude.
And that's in the group messages or whatever? Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sick to myself. How do you deal with that?
I have stuffed everything lately. I just lost my mom last year. And when I was first aware of this stuff, it wasn't even from Facebook. It was from other sources, and
like Telegram.
I stood up and started talking and trying to speak out, and I got beat down.
Like beat down? Like what did they do to you?
Like homeless right now.
Sure.
You know, just head game type stuff. People will follow you, hound you, harass you, get you've heard of it, gaslighting, gangland stalking type stuff.
And they would do that online to you?
No.
Oh, in person.
That's physical too, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
But that isn't all just tied with that stuff. It's just other people I have my own issues with too, being in a small area and whatnot.
So everybody kind of knows each other here.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
We're connected.
It's a beautiful area though.
It is.
Are the people beautiful too?
California,
that's actually.
That's why I'm in Quincy. There's a lot of really good-hearted people here.
Okay.
Really good-hearted people.
They take care of everybody. Takes care of each other here.
They try.
Oh, nice.
It's got its drama too, but the whole world's getting all that.
Yeah, it doesn't even be too much LA attitude here.
It's coming though.
Yeah.
We're getting more of that stuff, more and more of it.
Golly, man. So, God, I mean, so basically, in a way, you're kind of infiltrating these groups.
I guess you could call it that.
Okay. So sorry, we don't need it. Well, maybe you get it. I don't want anybody to like see that with your name on it. Have you snatched it? You played baseball before?
No.
You're a really shortstop. I mean, shortstop. That's a good little snatch there. Okay, so did they do these like traders? They send this stuff to you individually sometimes too?
Oh, dudes try to trade that stuff online all the time.
Okay.
I just didn't deal with many of them. I just do my own thing, dude.
Yeah.
Myself.
So the few that made you deal with them, how did that even go? That's.
Either I would just kind of, I'd either delete them and not have nothing to do with them, or I'd stop talking to them.
Okay.
Or I'd just, play along or whatever.
So they would kind of send you these videos.
Oh no, sometimes there were some that did.
Yeah.
Most of the time, dudes are like, "Oh, you want to trade?" And even women too, like, "You want to trade?"
Oh, those women are angels, that's for sure. So do they like? So they sent you some of this stuff. So sometimes you went along with it, as in you really infiltrated enough to send some back to them, to really.
Honestly, if I talked to the FBI and they were honest right now, I can make a difference. But they aren't honest anymore.
No, I would advise against that, dude.
And the people that are making a difference, even here in Southern California, the dudes that are like marshals and stuff that are starting to bust down, they're not even barely making a dent. They're barely scratching the surface.
Right.
You just had 10,000 people when Title 42 ended waiting to come across.
It's nuts.
You know how many of those people grew up thinking that certain trades are acceptable in their country? Mexico's really bad for it right now in South America too. Extremely bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're coming into my home state of Texas too, man.
You guys don't welcome them. Like, I'm all for immigration. I'm not a racist dude. I don't give a f.
Legally.
And then you don't just give people.
Right. Basically, they should give you housing before some guy that crosses the border.
Yeah, or, you know,
I mean,
employment.
yeah, I mean,
I at least have worked in the country.
right. Like, you know, I'm not saying you're a freaking freeloader, but, you know, they should prioritize you over some other, you know. But, wow, Jesus Christ. So how many years, you said this has been going on for 3 or 4 years of these people just showing up all this?
Before, Facebook had an algorithm where you couldn't be friends with different age groups. There was like a block. So even if you were looking for like your cousin or something like that, if they were underage, you had to like know them somehow. You know, there had to be a
like
way
proof of that, or
connect it. Yeah. So that just all of a sudden ended, and then you know, it's just all mixed in.
So how did this stuff kind of go on Telegram?
Oh, that's where everybody tries to hide their stuff, bro.
Is it even worse? Is it even worse there?
Meta entity. I guess that's where everybody's going, honestly.
Is it even worse on Telegram?
WhatsApp
Like
and Telegram? Oh, yeah.
Like in your experience?
Oh, dude. I don't even use WhatsApp or Telegram anymore, and when people ask me, it's usually because they're trying to scam me or something else, so I don't even really deal with it. I'm actually kind of glad my Facebook's disabled. I don't know if I want it back, except for I've got like 10 years worth of pictures on there from my dogs and different recipes that I say, stuff like that, you know. So did videos from moments that I don't have anywhere else, you know what I mean?
So did this, like, you know, I'm just saying this extreme example because, you know, when they show you this, they've obviously probably shown you anything and everything else. Did you see the infant stuff on Telegram or Facebook or somewhere else?
Everywhere, bro.
On all platforms. Were these like videos or pictures or kind of both?
They're both.
Both? How long were the
videos? I get whole group chats going together and streaming to each other.
What?
You guys don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're telling us.
So you know you go out unprepared, even... You guys should probably change your system a little bit, honestly.
Well, it's better to talk to someone like you versus like an actual, you know.
There's...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like tell us.
It can be extremely dangerous.
Okay.
So like what happened with Epstein, and then there was, you know, about the other video documentaries that went around. They were trying to expose in New Age in the Americas along Route 66 and stuff like that.
Well, you also saw what happened to Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington, right?
They died, or of
course, yeah, that's what it was.
So, that's happened more than you know. Some of the kids are broken off and made to be recruiters, and they're good at it. Do you guys know the world you're getting into?
Not as much as you maybe, but you know, we try. I mean, this is why we're talking, right?
I haven't even been one of those guys. Like,
right.
I'm just, for whatever reason or another, through things that have happened in my life, there's what appears to be a common ground kind of thing. You know?
Like, what do you mean common ground?
When you're an undercover cop, that's what you have to have. You become the drug addict. You have to be the drug addict. When you're doing any kind of undercover stuff, you kind of have to do that. You know, you can't be an outsider and get in.
Right. So that's what I kind of wanted to ask you because, you know, yeah, I'm not, I didn't know about maybe live streaming group chats, but I do know that when Facebook accounts get disabled, they get disabled, especially with no warning. So I don't see any anti-vax stuff. I mean, you're not vaccinated, are you?
No.
Okay. I didn't see, I didn't see any of those posts, even though, I don't think they can tell if you're vaxxed or not yet. But, I didn't see any of that. So
I was constantly getting, so I would get a post shut down, the dodo?
Dodo.
The dodo, it's animal videos.
Yeah.
Parrots and puppies.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd get those things closed down, told that they were against community standards. And that's been going on for the last two years or so. Or a year and a half off and on. But it was frequent. And I'd look at it and I'd be like, how is this offensive or against community standards? So the algorithm actually isn't run by people to begin with.
Right.
So I think what happens is when you get a complaint, sometimes it'll just, when they're overwhelmed, it'll just shut it out. Just block it for good measure,
Yeah.
And then they don't do anything more with it unless you can test it. Because, other than that, it's like, okay, we'll just delete it. Nobody's having any problems. But if you can test it, then a physical person has to come back and look at it. So if you got enough complaints from somebody or somebody nagging enough, or reporting enough of your posts, whether they're bad or not, then you get shut down. There are some people that don't ever get reported for anything. They should be constantly.
Have you seen some of these CP traders just never get reported?
Yeah.
How many do you think you've come across throughout the years? Like how many CP traders?
Just last year?
Sure. Yeah.
Multiples of dozens.
Of traders.
Yeah. It's becoming a common everyday thing. And like I said, there's other countries where it's...
So these people are interacting with you, talking to you. They're sending
interacting
you.
with people right now as we're talking, bro.
Oh yeah. So would they hit you up every day?
No, not every day.
How often do you think? That's insane.
Quite frequently though.
Quite frequently.
And I honestly, like I said, I just started to get, when I got disabled, I don't even know if I want it back. I contested it, but it's glitching out weird. It's honestly, I don't think you're going to be the only ones to come talk to me. I have a feeling somebody from the FBI is probably going to contact me or somebody else. So, because it's glitching out. They're telling me I can contest it, and I have, and like, you didn't finish it, and I finished it. What usually only takes a day, they say, and then I keep going on, but I'm getting notifications. So it's supposed to be disabled. Nobody can see my page or interact with it. I can't see it or interact with it, but I keep getting notifications from my Facebook.
Yeah.
So like, people are tagging me or this and that, and if it's disabled, I don't understand how that's happening, but I can't get into it.
Right. Well, dude, I think it's because, you know, like I've seen, you know, obviously I don't have the expertise in trading, or at least know about these people like you do, which is, I appreciate the conversation. But, you know, I do also have a kind of an undercover trading account as well. And I think what got you disabled was being a little bit too undercover, as in, you know, they would send you this. I'm sorry you had to look at all that. I'm sure it wasn't the best thing. But I think you took something and sent it back to them, and that's what they got you for.
I wouldn't know one example for that, honestly.
Yeah, well...
What do you mean? Like, they send me a video or a picture and...
Yeah, they send you a video or a picture of, you know, person under 18 or whatever. And I think what got you kind of is maybe you sent one of those back to somebody. Because, you know, obviously, you know, like you see I'm from Texas. I mean, we did our probing, and, you know, never once did I think, oh, you're a bad guy. But I think, you know, maybe getting a little bit too carried away, because one of those people that you sent it to, I was on the other end of that. You know what I mean?
What was it?
What was it? I didn't play the video, because I wasn't trying to look at that. But I just know it was a very young-looking either picture or video that you sent. And I don't know how many times that's happened, but maybe it was just to me or to other people too. I don't know, but I know that's not as it hasn't been happening as long as they've been kind of with you. But I think maybe to go undercover started to kind of trade back. I mean, when did that start happening?
Just in the last year, I guess.
Like sending these, it's okay, CP images kind of back to people. Are you shaking your head?
I only sent a couple things here and there.
Sent a couple here and there? Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, it wasn't even it started to get to where it was not even a big enough deal where I wasn't even keeping up with most of it. It was just around passing time, being stupid.
Mm-hmm. After
a while, I just should have just given up, because honestly, I've gotten to the point where I'm burnt out and I know it's happening no matter what anyways.
Right. So, you know, obviously I can tell, I mean, you're still nobody that's actually like, oh, I have to get the kids, would actually be talking about Epstein and the that goes on, because you're a hell of a lot more bold to talk about it than any I've ever come across.
What I've learned about some people with all this stuff is that they're not evil, but if they don't check it, they become that.
That's what I think happened with you.
No.
No?
I'm not evil, bro.
No, I'm not saying you're evil.
But I did get drawn in too far.
Yes, right. I'm saying you end up becoming, never did I say you're evil, you're not an evil person, but I think you end up becoming what you were trying to stop, in a way.
To a degree, I guess you're right.
Okay. So, I mean, you know, how many, so where would you typically, and I'm glad you seem to have stopped, where would you typically start trading this stuff? Telegram or Facebook, or kind of both?
I don't really trade much. They always offer, but...
Right, the few times you did, where was it on?
Those were just like images or videos that was on the Telegram or this and that. And
so
I'd resend them.
Kind of forward it to people? Okay, got it. How many times did it happen on Facebook? Like even once?
Facebook a few times.
A few times.
I think all those kind of people are starting to get paranoid about Facebook, or have been. And so they are trying to find other platforms, I guess you'd say.
Okay.
For whatever, you know.
Got it. So I assume, I think based on, you're good. So basically on Facebook, they've spammed you with a shit ton of, but you've only sent back a couple times on Facebook. Okay, that makes sense. So it seems like you really, I think it kind of became normal to you, and then...
I think it's kind of becoming normal to a lot more people than you realize.
Yes, I think so too. I don't think it's as taboo anymore as, or at least so out of balance as it is. So I know the internet sucks you in bad, man, just in general.
That's why another reason I'm glad I'm off that. There's something wrong with Facebook, and it's not just like the social media psychology thing they're trying to figure out now. It's something else to it, dude, that we don't even know about yet, I imagine.
Got it.
Again, like a sick spirit or something.
Yeah, it's demonic.
Yeah.
Demonic. Are you Christian? Okay. So, okay, guys, it's official. We have found the first Christian in California. I talked to 2 million people. I finally found him.
There's some here, but everybody's getting driven out or beat down.
Really?
So, yeah, California exodus. But you
I know.
have the most people in the States, pretty much.
Yeah.
And where are they going?
Well,
we have one of the largest economies in the world. If we collapse, do you think the rest of the states aren't going to feel it, let alone the world?
Well, we're good in Texas, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can go into the Pacific. We'll have our Texas, but dude, it's crazy.
I don't think any of us are going to be good anywhere, bro.
No,
they stand up and fight. There's.
Well, you know Greg Abbott. You know Greg Abbott, right? Texas governor.
Oh, I've heard some things, I guess, but not.
Well, you're aware of the World Economic Forum, I'm sure.
No.
Shit about Epstein's Island, but not the World Economic Forum.
See, I'm not big on economics, so I just keep track enough to, not be surprised.
Yeah. Well, it's not like anything with economics. It's more of just global communism they're trying to implement. So, like, the same people with the Epstein kind of in the World Economic Forum too. But it's that whole global cabal and all that stuff. But yeah, our governor and your governor, Gavin Newsom. I know you don't like calling him your governor, but sadly he is. They're both part of the World Economic Forum. We obviously have a Republican in Texas, right? Same team though as y'all's Democrat here. It's ridiculous. They're both,
Yeah, I do know. I do know. I was told when I was younger, California is going to end up a state where only the rich exist and the poor have to go. But now I'm seeing it kind of. But who's going to flip your burgers and mow your lawn?
Is that kind of what you do? Like,
I do a little bit, all sorts of stuff, dude.
Okay.
Use chainsaw, use chipper, burn piles, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, badass.
Just whatever I can to freaking make it by for right now, because I can't even get off the streets anymore. Not even trying. I'm one of the few that's still trying, and I can't do it, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, so you're not like druggy or anything. Okay, straight edge.
Actually, I've been drinking almost every night for the last 2 years. I didn't drink last night.
Good job.
There's a couple nights here and there where I've cut back or stopped. I'm trying to stop now because I'm just stuffing stuff, like drinking to numb out. And it's starting to take its toll on me, and I don't want to become that kind of like lost to the world alcoholic that's dependent and hates the world but needs the world to help supply their alcohol.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you're not young anymore. I mean, you're not like some old, but you're not. You're kind of. You're not a kid anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
But
it's actually kind of starting to kick in late, unfortunately.
Really, that whole like I'm an adult now. Holy
mentality it's weird.
Yeah, I feel you. It's starting to kick in for me too. Like I have some women that are like 50. I'm like, damn. But in high school I'd be like, ugh, like it's weird how we grow up, right? Yeah. But
yeah, when I was younger, I didn't date anything but older women. I messed around with older women all the time.
Okay.
Which probably wasn't healthy mentality either. The kind of women I was messing around with.
How old were you when that happened?
I was in my late teens, early 20s.
Okay. God, was that all in Quincy here? Oh wait, you didn't used to live here. You used to live in.
I've lived in Plumas County almost my whole life.
It's does the beauty get old to you, or is it still shocking when you walk outside?
You're not even seeing 50% of what it used to be.
Really? Like more.
You go that way, the Dixie Fire ate everything.
Oh man.
Greenville's gone. 800 homes. So I don't know.
That's man. Yeah. So God, I mean, you seem like you're a very like well-to-do guy, man. I mean, that's why. So basically. So obviously the youngest. So.
Mind if I get a cigarette?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. As long as you don't blast me.
Honestly, even when I'm trying to defend myself, it's hard to get me to fight.
Got it.
Unless I'm trying to defend somebody else or a weapon gets involved, then I flash out.
Fair enough. Okay.
Have PTSD since I was 5 years old. Younger than 5.
What happened?
I'm a son of a biker.
All right, I got you. He's smoking a cigarette. He's here to stay.
What's happening here, guys?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of, because I've never talked to someone with this much insight who is on the good side of things, you know? So, obviously, the reason I'm curious about the lNFANT, because, right?
I have heard of that. Biden, like, ageless chemical or drug.
Yes. So the reason I asked about lNFANT is because...
Is that a real thing, or is that just some YouTube videos or like wannabe conspiracy theory stuff? Because I know there's some crazy going on, and I'm not closed-minded to it. But when I watched that video, the one video I saw on that, it almost seemed like it was far-reaching. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
he was trying to doctor it up a bit just to make it more credible, or it was like, don't get me wrong. I know since World War II, experimentations, human longevity, they're even talking about it in the headlines now on the Google News feed. They're looking for the immortality drug or immortality, even though there are some of the few in the world that deserve it the least, because they'd make the most work, the worst out of it.
Absolutely. So,
can we stop talking about this for a second?
Oh yeah, if they come by, for sure. Seem to be going in that car.
So I spent the last 10 years trying to remake contact with my son. His mother decided she was going to dump him and abandon him, and then I was out of the picture for a while. So the last 2 summers we've been hanging out again and having fun, and now I'm going to try to get custody of him because the grandmother he's with isn't his actual grandmother, it's his older sister's grandmother. She's getting older with heart issues and stuff.
Yeah, so he's going to need
trying to struggle for me, him, the dogs, and I don't even know I want Facebook back.
Yeah, let's stomp this struggle. What are your dogs' names, by the way? They're beautiful.
Bandit, Marley, and Lincoln.
3 dogs, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You take them for walks and that's good. Yeah, so basically, the whole crime thing. But, the youngest, I'll be quiet, but like...
Talking about stem cells?
Yes, so what's like in these videos, what was happening in them?
Just stuff, dude. It's freaking, taking pictures of them in ways you shouldn't be.
So they were taking pictures of these.
Well, you've got legit child modeling agencies in the world.
Right.
With almost everyone's got an illegitimate side to it. I almost guarantee that.
Yeah.
So, and then you got others that are completely illegitimate, but they run amongst the power circles, so they're untouchable.
Right.
Like literally untouchable.
Right.
You can't go against the dude who's got his own PMC. His a private military is kind of what the dude in Russia's got going on. The oligarchs, they have their own militaries. They're privatized.
Yeah.
And so...
So do you think it's coming from there, those lNFANT videos?
No, it's coming from the Asias, it's coming from Africa, it's coming from Europe, it's coming from South America.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like what?
Canada has huge problems with it too, but for whatever reason or another, whatever goes on there is kind of like more contained from what I've seen thus far.
Right.
But it's still Canada and Bulgaria, Belarus.
So they've shown you these lNFANT videos from all those countries? Or just CP in general?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you assume from the person that's sending it, or the ethnic background of the person in the video, or like, just the decor too is different. Like the way people what's important to each society as far as like decor is concerned.
So how long are those videos usually of that stuff?
I don't know. Most of them are shorter.
Like 10 minutes, 10 seconds? Like how long?
Yeah, just minutes.
Okay. So walk me through one of the videos, like what's happening there from like start to finish.
I don't want to do. There's a reason I deleted all of them. It's the reason I got off those.
No, I know, but you want us to be more prepared, like prepare us, man. And obviously we're all pretty numb to it, so that's what I'm curious about. Like what happened from minute 1 to minute 4 or 5, whatever the was, like in one of those videos.
Bro, just like, I mean, I guess you'd say just like any other. There's all sorts of different categories and classifications, and it's just with kids.
Okay.
See, and that's like the thing. Like I said, that force, like,
a lot of it was force.
no, you don't see that part. You're not allowed to see that part.
Right.
Normal people don't see that part.
Yeah.
People with empathy see that part.
True. So basically, I mean, you know, obviously this has been going on for what, probably 5 years at this point, off and on or something.
For me, no. Like I said, it's like the last 3 years I started getting. I've had weird friends on my Facebook all along. Like, it's from Australia.
Yeah.
Somebody I thought was cute from like Taiwan, and then all of a sudden I got 3 of their friends on there that are Taiwanese. And honestly, some of the people I have on my friends list, I don't even know how they ever got there. And some of the Facebook pages that I've had, I don't know how I got on those either.
Okay.
They were just there all of a sudden.
Okay.
So, and then like people that were on my friends list, and it would say for years, but I didn't know that I even had them on there, or I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
Until years later, and then all of a sudden they're active. You know.
So with like, so was there a point where, you know, we talked about earlier where you kind of become what you didn't want to be, not evil, but, you know, just kind of partaking in that crap.
Sucked in, yeah.
So you got sucked in how? Like, did you kind of just...
honestly, for me, is loneliness and just interaction. Like
interaction? Human
interaction.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, because...
None of it's real anyways, though, so...
Right.
It's all social media.
Right, it's internet. So there's like a lot of, you know, you mentioned dozens of teen groups. I mean, how many of these... I mean, that means...
Did you guys search for them on there?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have the idea.
Right. But why are you in these teen groups kind of just messaging these people in the teen groups that are teens?
Not all the people in the teen groups are teens.
No, I know, but the ones that are like 13, 14, why are you messaging them?
Oh, I don't know, friend stuff and discovering more stuff.
Okay.
Honestly, I want to know.
Okay. How many...
Or I did want to know. I don't anymore.
Right, because are you trying to steer them away from like the real bad guys?
Towards that sometimes.
Okay. So how many...
to warn people.
How many of these, you know, these 13, 14-year-olds have you kind of warned online or just kind of talked to, or they talk to you?
It's quite a few over the years.
Quite a few?
Some of them I talked to for years off and on. Other ones I just... There's like a little interaction and then it's done.
Okay.
Or you could tell that somebody's not really legit. Like there's some old lady on the other end of the line that's wanting to try to get some money or something.
Right. So, you know, obviously because the way we can stop, make sure that they don't send nudes of themselves. I mean, because in the end, they're the ones taking the nude photos. How many, like what percentage do you think of those
are willing?
Sent you those nudes, yes.
75%.
So 75% of underage, or at least purported to be underage people,
becoming willing.
And
they doing it themselves.
And they sent you nudes themselves.
Yeah.
What?
There's girls in Mexico that have their own like underground OnlyFans type thing going on.
They sent you some of that crap?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, even if I ever ask for anything, it's like you got to be the rich, wealthy guy that they can keep milking, kind of thing, you know.
Right.
And I'm pretty honest about my situation. So.
That's fair. So how many of these? So who is the youngest? Oh yeah, I'll be quiet. So how old was the youngest girl that sent you a pic, like a nude pic like that?
I don't know, like 9, 10-ish, around in there.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
They're doing that?
Active workers.
And
either their mom encouraged them to do it or their dad. Dude, they're getting a hard times in parts of the world where... So, not to get all spiritual freaky.
Yeah.
But when I first became aware of the things even in my part of the world, like I always knew there's underbelly and stuff like that.
Because you're not a dumbass.
Close to God,
right.
Spiritually speaking.
Right.
So, when I had my, I guess you'd call it challenge or awakening, so they used to call it a walkabout or a sojourn.
Yeah.
Even the prophets did it. And it's, I was allowed to hear the enemy's voice and what his master plan is. He will get us to trade everything. Our humanity and our souls for a warm shower and a comfortable bed. For the security of 4 walls, which really aren't truly that secure when it boils right down to it. And he's succeeding. I watched this and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna stand up with God and fight it. And I was in Sacramento talking, and I was in Redding, and I was in I mean, most of the places that burn, I was in those places telling them that through drought or through famine or through plenty, you know, it's God's choice whether it turns to a burden or a blessing, you know, a curse or a blessing. And it's so
you try to turn this evil into a blessing. Not your evil, but like this whole internet evil into
it's not just the internet.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm trying to be educated here, man. Well, truly.
It's the whole world, bro. Sacramento has had at one point in the last 10 or 15 years had made it to the top of the human list in the world. So, and San Diego and LA, that's just given. They're right there on the border.
Yeah, and Houston, for us too. Like.
So, I don't know. Oh, you got tons of teenagers from Houston too that like to model and.
So so what platform is this 9 or 10-year-old sending you on?
That one, she's using her Facebook for that.
She's using her Facebook? So did she take that picture?
There's actually multiples of those kinds of girls.
And they all sent you that?
No.
Just that one?
No. They post like enticing stuff on, you know, just enough. And then they're like, oh, private message. And those are the ones that are making bank off of old lonely people. I would say rich dudes, but it's girls too.
Do you know the name of the girl that sent you that nude? That was 9 or 10?
She didn't send me one, like I said. Well,
you said that's the youngest that sent you one.
One of them did send me one.
Yeah, who was that?
I don't remember her name.
Okay.
Honestly.
Did she take the pic herself, or was it somebody else that took it for her?
I don't know. She could have set the camera up, or... See, and that's the thing, like, a lot of people don't pay attention to either, is... you got a chick that's freaking modeling for you or this and that, and who is holding the camera, you know?
Probably the most evil hands, man.
Some of those guys aren't, like I said, aren't evil either. There's a psychology that goes to this whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's another form of, and so they say become a, that's the same thing they say about, you know, people with CP or underage stuff. They've been broken off. That's what I was telling you, is if they want recruiters, like you look at Epstein and Ghislaine, what, you know, what are the chances she was just a up individual and he provided her a way out? All
probably 10 out of 10.
Part of her humanity.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the thing. It's kind of happening to all of us. It's not just a thing, bro. It's the whole world over. We're being leveraged economically, socially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So
that's insane. Like, I mean, I'm glad you're trying to take this problem on the forefront, man. I'm sure you feel lonely doing that.
Honestly, I just kind of want to go home now. The only reason I'm still here is for my kid and my dogs.
Got it. So, I mean, well, of course, you know, we're not arresting you or holding you or anything like that, dude. But, like, I think it's important that we do have this conversation. So this can be...
I'm already worried that guy that was over there is... I know him.
Really?
You got a loud voice like mine. So...
Yeah, I mean, like... So these quite a number of girls that would message you, they would send you these nudes. I mean, did you ever send your back to them?
That was a few times, I guess.
A few times, okay. So why'd you do that? Just curious.
Because I'm stupid.
Okay, so that was just you getting carried away. Fair enough.
Because I'm super stupid. We all go through stupid stuff. I'm gonna grab another sword. Kind of stressing me a little.
Yeah.
Dude. So, great. So you guys drove all the way here from Texas?
Yeah.
Just for this?
No, there's some other people like we talked to. There's some that we didn't talk to, you know.
Here in town?
No. No, we came from Sacramento.
How many down there?
There was one.
One that you knew of?
Yeah, we just talked to him, and you know. Then there was one in LA we didn't talk to. He was just terrible. Like, you know, I didn't even want to waste my time with him.
You're lucky you didn't. He probably would have turned into something bad.
Yeah.
You guys are safe. They're not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, I know. Seemed like a swole guy. What kind of dog is that?
So what is this, documentary thing?
No, we're not here to I mean, it's not to blast you or do any of that. It's just for safety because, you know, like the guy in LA, for example, if we were to go talk to him, like, Yeah. I definitely want my insurance, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's getting to the part of the world, getting into those days where there's some people aren't going to care about that, bro. Like, chain robberies all around the world. My little brother's wife works for Dollar General, and Dollar General has actually got the employees complaining now because 49 since 2014 or 16, 49 people have died in Dollar General stores.
What?
Their corporate freaking is bullshit. Even if you're in a concealed carry state, you're not allowed to conceal carry it in the work. They come in, she's got people, they come in, they will forcefully rob from them and just walk right back out. Cops come and they're like, we can't do anything unless we catch them red-handed. They live in the ghetto though, in like Florida, capital, I forget what it's called. Tallahassee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know, it's just getting crazy, bro.
That is so...
And I'm trying to keep a hold of myself and keep myself contained.
Yeah, because
I can't
like...
even get a Section 8 voucher that'll cover housing anymore. Housing in this area was already tough before the fire, and now it's impossible. And what is left is outrageously expensive, and it's happening everywhere, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like an expensive
people
part.
Filling up the streets, and they've pumped billions of dollars into the homeless problem and HUD housing, and there's more homeless people on the streets in the last year since they did that. So,
oh, because that billions is totally going to that.
I know where it's going.
Yeah.
It goes in the pockets.
Oh, of course, of course.
I've watched it my whole life. So.
How did you become homeless? Like, you seem like a hard worker.
I'm just not a morning person, and I used to be really antisocial. Like, I was very introverted. I was like scared of people sometimes. Someone like social interaction, it bothered me. I would like sweat, get stomach cramps and stuff. But when I had my spiritual thing I was telling you about, and I started listening to God and following Him, when you're out and you're traveling, you're not just out, but you're out. You kind of have to start to change yourself and integrate with people in certain ways, or work around stuff. So
dang, man.
But it's been just an ongoing thing. There are times where I could have gotten a house and it was just, and there are other times where I got into places and it wouldn't last long. It was just like somebody trying to take advantage of somebody that needs, everybody wants to take advantage and get the most they can out for the least.
Did they charge you rent in those places, or was it like?
Oh, work trade usually. Work trade. So I'll work for like.
Oh, you work for a living? Okay.
For rent or whatever.
Yeah. What's your best trade that you have?
My best skill, outdoors stuff, like probably plants and animals type stuff.
Oh, cool.
So
gardening type stuff, or
yeah.
feeding livestock. Cool.
And then animal husbandry type stuff.
Nice. I love that shirt, man. Represents it pretty well.
Yeah, this is from the Dixie Fire.
Oh.
Single largest fire in California history. Took over 1 million acres and hit 4 or 5 counties before it was done. You could see the flames from here.
Jesus.
And the year before that, you could see the flames from there. All that burnt out up there. Yeah.
That's nuts,
We've had
man.
fire all the way around us for the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
Taylorsville has been evacuated multiple times. Greenville finally burnt.
How did the fire start?
PG&E.
Was that?
They had a transformer that went down and started arcing off, and there was a small fire. And then the workers, instead of reporting it directly to the fire services, they went back to the headwigs. Like, we've already been in trouble from the campfire. We burnt Paradise, killed 80 people. What do we do about this? And by the time it took them to respond, it had turned into this fire. But it sat down there for weeks in the canyon.
Yeah.
And then the wind shifted and the dry conditions came, and it started to come up over onto Quincy. Then it shifted and went that way. Then it went this way. Then it went all out, like, boom. So honestly, it was the hand of God. I watched the hand of God. It was kind of beautiful and terrifying all at once, but it's part of what killed my mom. She had emphysema already, so.
You suffocated?
She, the smoke inhalation and all that, she almost made it a year. She was like 4 months under, so she made it over half a year past the Dixie Fire, and then her lungs succumb, I guess.
But it had like lasting effects on her. Like, okay, God damn.
Emphysema's horrible, dude. Last year, I'm the type of dude, I get pneumonia, I'll cough up and I'll still hike through the snow. Last year I got pneumonia so bad that I could barely move. I was in pain. I thought I had appendicitis. My lung tried to collapse on me. And I was out in the smoke the whole time when we evacuated, so.
That's insane, man.
And that's just everything going on everywhere at once. Canada's burning up right now, or was. I don't know if they got it under control now or not.
So, like, now, I mean, telling me all that, Jesus Christ. Now it kind of makes sense for why there's kind of like a little outlet here, man.
Yeah.
This explains it a little bit better. So when's the last time that, I mean, I guess there was a trade with you and somebody else pretty recently, if you got nuked pretty recently.
Honestly, it was either this right here
Yeah.
that I got it for, or it was the chick from San Diego.
Okay.
Because she sent me those pictures, but she wanted to do a secret chat. And then I kind of just stopped talking to her. She stopped at first. She's really weird. And that's how that goes usually, you know, like all of a sudden mood swingy stuff. So you don't even know if you're talking to the person or not.
Right.
And then there's some of these people, they have handlers. You know what a handler is?
Yes.
So if you're an agent, your handler deals with the world while you do your job. So that's what that is. Like, some of those girls are modeled, and then when you're talking to them on their account, it's not them, it's their handler.
Basically sending their pictures or whatever. So like, I got you. So
It's a whole freaking business, bro.
yeah, it's man. So like basically.
That's why I said I don't like force. When I see that stuff, I don't like the idea when I cried out for help that nobody was there.
So you don't want it to be replicated.
Yeah. So, you know, like free will, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's what I respect. Like, even though some may call, oh, this shouldn't be happening, but at least you were never forceful, and that's the key thing. So, you know, if some of this trading between you and other people is happening on Facebook, you know, on Telegram I know you can forward, but on Facebook, kind of got to get it from your gallery. So we should probably later today probably wipe your gallery, I would say.
I can't touch any of my stuff.
No, but I mean, like, you know,
My phone doesn't have anything on it.
Doesn't have anything on it.
No.
Did you delete everything off there?
Anything that I had ever gotten off there. So I started, when I did have anything on there, I started a backup for Telegram and WhatsApp. And it started automatically taking that stuff and putting it into my and it became really overwhelming, like going through and deleting what I wanted to keep or didn't want to keep.
Yeah.
And so I turned that off. But that's really the only times that I had anything on there, you know.
Okay.
On my actual phone. Other than that, it's on the messengers I can't touch now.
Okay. So it's on Telegram and Facebook right now.
My Telegram, I cut all those groups out.
Okay.
That was not cool. I'm not down for that.
So it's basically just on Facebook right now.
Not anymore. I mean, unless.
Well, yeah. It would be it would be between somebody and disabled account, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've had the option to delete it, and I don't know if I should yet, because.
Delete your Facebook?
Yeah, because like I said, there's things on there I personally care about, like, you know, videos of me and the dogs out in the woods, or when I came up on a bear, or something like that. Pictures of my oldest dog that I don't have anywhere else from when he was a puppy. I think there's some pictures of my mom and my son on there too. Pretty sure, and so it's stuff I don't want to lose, but there's other things on there that if I delete it, there's no way to track that back. That's years of me friending and refriending and being friended and communicating with this person or being a part of that group. So that's years of that. And I personally don't want to deal with it anymore, but if it comes down to it, like I said, I don't know if you guys are gonna be the only ones that are gonna come talk to me, so.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's between you and whoever else, but I mean, so you already did, so was this stuff from Facebook and Telegram saving onto your gallery, then you have to wipe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And stop the backups. It's still trying to back up in some ways.
Like how so?
I don't know, like, some of the other messages, maybe things it was trying to back up before, but it didn't get a chance, because I'm constantly out of service.
So is there anything on your phone right now, even on the backups? No, okay. But it was on this phone you deleted it from?
No, this is a new phone.
Okay.
My other phone, I had to switch out because the speaker went out on me.
Okay, okay.
Cheap phones.
Sure.
Shorted out on me, so.
Oh, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Hi.
What's up, dude?
We're just having
Not much, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
I just saw you the other day.
Yeah.
We're just having a talk here. You're not going to send a dick to an 11-year-old again, are you? That's the last time you did it here? Okay. And you're not going to be into anymore, all that stuff? You're done with it finally?
I wasn't ever into it, honestly. Just.
Is that your?
Yeah.
Digging around being stupid.
Well, you're not going to trade anymore, I mean, is what I'm saying. Okay. That's not all the messages, but Let me see your phone for her.
I never got it.
Is it driver's license on you, sir?
Y'all are gonna have to do a preservation request because his Facebook got nuked for trading, I think. But this is a sorry. It says message unavailable because his Facebook got taken down, but this is where we say I'm 11. So he knew the age was 11. He said it on camera, and he's also admitted to receiving and like all this type of shit. He said it to us on camera voluntarily. How's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good.
David, 1 Phorn, go. Just have to get out. You have the cell phone, all this stuff is downloadable, and you have it all more than this?
Yes. Yeah, we can send more than that for sure.
You guys are staying here?
We're gonna head to Oregon next, but we can stay here as long as y'all want us to, for sure. Like, if we got to do anything. But he did admit to sending that pic too. He thought it was an 11-year-old, and he's sent pics to other kids too. He said so.
All right. You know what's going on? Everything they said is the truth.
Yeah, that part, yeah.
Do you have a cell phone? Where's your cell phone? Candy? Is that right?
Yeah, keep him.
Stop it over. You want to look at it?
Bro, they rolling deep. Yeah, his Facebook's deactivated, but
Mind if I look at it?
You can if you get in. I won't let me back in.
So what's the skinny?
so basically we have a group that poses online as minors. We travel across the country, confronting going after minors. So we were posing as an 11-year-old girl on Facebook, and Roderick was messaging who he thought to be this 11-year-old girl, and he also had one phone call with her too. The person who's the 11-year-old is a 25-year-old, but she looks very young, so it plays out well. And we do use her pictures from when she is a kid, so the profile looks extra believable. And he sent a pic to who he thought was this 11-year-old girl. He guided her on how to, and a lot of those messages are deleted but not gone because his Facebook got deactivated, I suspect, for trading, because when you send an image of instantly get taken down on Facebook, and his Facebook just was instantly gone one day. I don't think he tried to send it to us, but he tried to send it to someone else. And he told us on camera that he's traded around with other people, and that he's received as young as infants from other people too on Facebook and on Telegram. He claimed he's wiped his phone from everything, but he said he wiped it from the gallery, so if y'all preserve the gallery or whatever, it'll still be there. And his Facebook is also taken down for that reason, but but if we have his Facebook link and our Facebook link, those messages can be preserved too. And he said he thinks he got taken down because he either sent the pic to us or had received from who he thought was from a 13-year-old.
This was on Facebook when you were talking?
Yes, we talked to him all on Facebook, yep. And he's talking to tons of other kids, he said. Like,
how long ago was this?
He started hitting us up probably in April. Wasn't too long, but he said he's been messaging kids for probably 3-4 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how did you guys set up this meet?
So I just found his phone number. I just went to truthfinder.com and he just showed up. So I just called him and said I got a package for him, and he agreed to meet me here. And then I hit him with the, hey man. And he's like, okay, we can talk over there. And I let him know, like, it's voluntary. He doesn't have to talk to us. Like, I didn't threaten the cops at all, or he didn't even know we called you all. So, yeah, he said it all under his free will. So we can send you all that video too.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're in that goes to the car. It's like I knew Emily was as a child. You guys aren't great at your job.
do you guys have IDs?
Yeah, it's in the car over there. When I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Here for.
Can you open the car? Hope not. Yeah, I don't really trade in for cards out of mine now. Hopefully get mine later, you know, for something else, but... Okay. Trading buyers.
put another Sharif?
I think that's the one they're gonna put.
Oh shit, nice. Yeah, I want to get the video quick, so the station they can roll on some things.
What happened?
I want to get the video to them quick, so at the station they can roll on some things. I'm gonna get my gloves on. I guess the gloves are still there.
Well, I don't know if it's for dogs.
Oh yeah, probably it is, dude. Well, that means he's going to fucking jail, man.
Oh yeah.
I think the smaller ones you put in the back because the massive it's cool and everything. So, right?
The two have their balls though, the two smaller ones.
I'm not worried about that. They're not aggressive, are they?
They'll be towards each other sometimes.
No, there'll be a segregation in the back. And then the mastiff will put them. Ready? Will they come out one at a time? What the ultimate door stuff for this thing?
Yeah.
So flat in the back. It's okay.
And then I'll do the dogs here.
The sad part of these, the many don't get to see.
Hold on to him, got him?
Wow, so is it pregnant? Looks pregnant. Yeah, it's fucking pregnant, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Oh, the girl's food is just sad to see.
Oh, you locked it out. See the lock right there next to it. Yeah, you gotta turn the ignition forward. I know on the other side now.
They tighten the cuffs on him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Thank you.
You really gotta do that, bro. You done enough already?
Yeah.
You guys get off on that, huh?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, well,
Just a little bit.
yeah. I think it's a fair trade. If you're getting off the infant form, we can get off of this. Damn, look at those fucking calves, dude.
I know.
He's like naturally big boned.
Do you see yourself in 5 years?
Nah, dude, I couldn't be.
No, I'm talking about top.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fox. Right. Well, nice.
Hey, you see that? That's our first international arrest in Canada. Oh, you see that? That's our arrest in our 42nd state in Delaware. YouTube's censoring channels like this left and right. If you want to keep this movement alive, consider joining locals in the pinned comment. You can see all of these uncensored, no filter, for only $7 a month. And you can keep this movement alive and spite big tech. Choice is yours. You can support the group that has an arrest in 42 different states and 2 countries. You can see catches like the fire lieutenant, which I can't post publicly until after his trial. You can see all Stinghouse content that I think is too spicy for here, plus much, much more. Contribute directly to getting these people off the streets. Keep yourself entertained. Keep us going. Join locals. Pin comment.